Hey guys, it's Aniquin, also known as Amy, and happy Saturday. I hope you're having a lovely day. I am a little stumbly and lispy and sleepy this morning, I'm not gonna lie. My change in schedule has completely destroyed me. That's dramatic, it hasn't really, but it has been a little bit of an adjustment as an airplane goes overhead. Hopefully, you can't hear that. But here we are. So, I normally work Monday, Tuesday, I'm off Wednesday, and then I work Thursday, Friday. But this week, I was off Monday and I worked Tuesday through Friday, which is just how it works with paid time off when you're on a flex schedule with my employer. You don't actually get an extra day off. Well, I mean, you could keep your schedule, but then I'd have to use personal time to make up for the difference in hours, and that just feels like, unnecessary. So I revert back to a normal schedule. That's more than you ever wanted to know, but that's where I am in life. So this is an apartment. Actually, this is a penthouse lot in San Myshuno. It's the one. Are we in the fashion district? It's right near the Chic Street apartment buildings, which I'm so fond of. There are three lots like this in the game. There's one over in the arts district, which I've done a renovation of before. And then there's the lot where the lounge is, which you can technically change to a penthouse lot or whatever lot. So there are three that you can freely build on that are attached to a high-rise building, and then there's like the old salt flats or something. I don't know. That weird little house that has the tallest wall height that I personally don't like, but that's just me. But this is not really a renovation. This is my version, we're going to say, of a spa-like place, maybe a retreat. I've been calling it a spa, but it's got like a daycare type thing and a pool and a yoga studio. So I'm not really sure if that's like a spa. I've never been to a spa, so I don't really know what all would go into this. And I tried to look some up, but when you Google or even Pinterest like spa interiors or something like that, all you really get are images of people relaxing, and like that's great. But you need a little bit more, and I couldn't find anything, and I didn't want to spend days and days and days researching this because I'm like, well, I've got the tools, I can just wing it. Because at the end of the day, it's The Sims and it doesn't really matter. So here we are. I decided to go modern just because the building is more modern. I struggled with the shape. It looked a little bit too much like a hospital for me at first. Like it actually kind of caused concern. I'm like, I don't really like this. And there's nothing wrong with a building looking like a hospital. It's just it wasn't fitting the vibe. But then, like, once you furnish it and stuff, it started to look a little bit better. So I will point out that the lighting on two, I think, possibly three of the floors, like in the hallway areas, is really, really weird. And it's because I've got so many open doors and archways. If you don't like that, right? Like if you download this and you're playing with it and it's just like bothering you, it was kind of bothering me as I was decorating. You can always just swap out some of the doors for literally anything glass. Anything glass is going to look great. But just, you want modern. You don't really want anything made of a lot of wood. So that would be my suggestion. I almost did that to take screenshots, but I decided not to because I wanted it to be representative of what it would look like in game. But you're going to notice a little bit of a lighting glitch, and that's why. So as you saw, I built a little like courtyard area with a pool, and then we have this little outdoor shower area. There are two showers inside as well. I decided to use the wall showers that come without a stall. I use curtains to create a shower curtain, and then I use those little window. I'm not really sure what that is actually. It's in the category where the flower boxes and things are. I use that to kind of create like a clear roof, like a glass roof, and hung a light fixture from it. I'm using air quotes and you can't see it. But I created that. That's really, I'm thinking more so to like hose off after you've been in the hot tub or the actual pool. And then that brings me to the next point here. I placed two hot tubs in this little seating area. This is definitely a spot to relax, but I'm also imagining it's a spot to just sort of spend some like Zen time with your friends. I almost said like girlfriends, but with your friends. It doesn't matter what gender. And I place these robes absolutely everywhere. I pretty much only use that sort of like creamy beige color and that soft, to me, it looks like a seafoam green. I could be wrong. Could straight up be blue. But I use that soft like seafoamy green color because I'm imagining that's the colors of the spa, if you're wondering. I then place these chairs. These are actually from Island Living, and I don't know, I just like the way that they looked. They looked the most comfortable. And I placed more of these tables and some just like clutter. I wanted it to look like sunblock and oils and things like that were available no matter where you were. I didn't really decorate the pool, but I made sure to put a logo in it. And then I just put out a few towels as well. I put out a few kid items, a few adult ones, because this is a spot for adults and kids alike. And toddlers. I make it toddler accessible too. So those lights that I just placed, they do sink into the wall. I had to manually pull them out because of the way that I floor plan the interior, but they stay. This lot really does look really nice. I've said really like 5 times, but it looks nice at night, as well as during the day. Then we go up here, we move up to the first of 3 balcony areas, and this is just going to be like a seating area for food and things. I do place a cafeteria on the interior, but there's also a refrigerator and a microwave. I'm not sure if the cafeteria will like staff itself. I don't know if it will work. I haven't tested this out with gameplay yet. I know, I'm behind. So if it doesn't work, on the off chance it doesn't, there's still access to a fridge and a microwave, so you could still technically eat here, like if you were here for the day. You could also pack a lunch if it was really crucial, But I'm just adding some clutter to the tables. I use the same table and chairs in the same kind of color palette, and I also did not realize until the end that some of the objects were floating, like the sauce. I do fix that. And I was briefly going to try to hang that lantern from the top of the umbrella, but with the table being underneath it, it was just going to clip and it wasn't going to be possible. So here we move into the cafeteria. At first I was going to place a table in between the 2 refrigerators and decided it wasn't going to work. And then I decided I'd rather have 2 countertops than 2 refrigerators. So I swapped it out. As you can see, the cafeteria stand is there as well. I very minimally decorate these spaces. Part of it was because I just didn't want to overclutter. And then part of it was I wanted this to be a really relaxing space. And I felt like too much decoration, too much color was going to be overwhelming rather than comforting. And so this color palette's really, really soft, and I wanted to play upon that and keep that throughout the build. I do keep all of the bathrooms and things like that on camera. There's 2 half baths. One is much larger than the other one, and then a sort of locker room area. And they're all pretty much the same. I use this kind of futuristic looking toilet, and I use cream color fixtures, kind of like I did with the last apartment. That just happened to happen. It wasn't the plan. And this is the sort of stairwell area, and it's because I have stairs leading all the way up to the roof and I don't close that room off up top. I use 2 archways. I believe I used the ones that came with the industrial loft kit. It makes everything this kind of soft blue light. It doesn't help that I'm in evening mode, but that's the light that looked the best to build in on this particular lot. But if you want to get rid of that, all you have to do is change out the doors, like I said. I am creating a little bit of a seating area. There are a ton of benches and things like that to just sit on and hang out on. And they all but one, look really soft and really inviting, and I enjoyed that. That's kind of my version of relaxing. It's just like a nice quiet spot to people watch. That's what I would enjoy. And then this is the first yoga studio. This is what I'm imagining is for adults. So I place the instructor mat, I place 4 open mats, and then I do place 6, I believe, of these little meditating stools. I like the new ones, and I liked this little brown swatch that they came in. It matched the aesthetic really well. And then I do add these 2 pictures that we got with Snowy Escape. I'm just trying to make this space look soft, as I said before, and just relaxing. Again, I didn't want to go for anything too overcluttered, but I also didn't want to leave the walls blank, And I struggle with the medium wall heights to not like decorate all the way up to the ceiling. It actually makes me a little bit uncomfortable. And then we move on up to the third floor. So I've left the first floor completely undone. This is going to be kind of like the kids area. So we start with the half bath first. I do throw in a toddler potty. I'm not really sure if I'd bring a toddler to this lot because you'd have to carry them all the way upstairs, all the way up 2 flights. But I mean, it's a family thing, and I think the toddlers can do a few things. I'm not really sure what all they get to engage in, but on the off chance they can't do anything here, there is plenty for them to do upstairs. So I throw in the ball pit. There's a dollhouse, as you saw. There is a slide, the tent, the empathy doll, the teddy bear, and then I do throw out a few activities out here. I was really trying to make that monkey bar set work, but it was going to be so dangerous up there. It kind of stressed me out. Like, they can't actually fall, but like, I don't know, that would make me nervous. So there's like a card table, or don't make the llama table. The art table is a block table. There's plenty of things up here for them to do. And then on the opposite side, and I don't know if I showed on video, I'm sure I do. Yeah, I definitely will. We're going to do a sort of yoga space for the kids, and that's going to come up here in just a moment. I really just wanted to be sure to create a space for the kids where they could, yes, engage in the spa activities, but they could also have their own space away from the adult things. So like, say you have a scenario with a single parent and they want to come to the spa, they don't have childcare, which, I mean, they would, but like if you're playing it to where they wouldn't, they can bring their child or children here, and they will have a space for them to hang out in that's safe, where mom can or dad can indulge in whatever relaxation activities they need. And this is that yoga space for kids, but it really doesn't matter if the kids use it or the adults use it, or if they, swap spaces. I really just wanted designated areas for both that could be changed out if need be. Now this is going to be the reception area. This is technically a bar. I didn't place any bar stools because I wanted it to look like a reception desk, and I didn't place anything on it. I figured sleek and uncluttered was the way to go. I did hang these banners from the ceiling. They're not truly hung, they're really just like floating. But I decided to put them directly above the bar. That's just a little touch that I like to do. And I think it looks kind of realistic. Maybe those have signs like pool this way, massage rooms this way, children's section, 3rd floor, like who knows. But that's just kind of what I'm imagining it to have. I also placed that water feature, as you saw. I forgot that we had those. So the pack refresher just sort of reawakened that in my memory, and that's been a fun rediscovery. And I really tried to make a fish tank work in this space as well, and I really just could not fit it in. In this corner, we're going to do a sort of nail salon, hand massage space. I honestly forgot to designate a room for it, and I figured this was an okay spot. If I had to do it again, I'd probably have it a little bit more closed off. But I'm very happy with this, don't get me wrong. So I just placed 2 of these chairs. I have 2 of the decorative stools, more of these plush rugs. I think they look so soft, and just some decorative elements like the picture, the mirror. Well, I don't think I placed the mirror until the end. You'll see it. We come back. We come back to that area. That was that air freshener. Once again, just letting you all know, it goes off every so often. This is the second seating area that I talked about briefly. This is sort of what I'm imagining if you have a friend that's like in the locker room or in the sauna, or you're waiting to use the sauna. This is just a space for you to hang out until it's your turn to use it. And that's what those 2 rooms are going to be right there. But I believe we head over and decorate by that window first, if memory serves correctly. Yes. Look at me go. My memory is not the greatest, so that's fun. It used to be. I used to have like a top-notch memory, and then I don't know, like adulthood hit me, and I can't remember anything ever. It's a problem. But this is just sort of like a decorative table, really. I placed this sign that you saw outside behind the reception desk. I wanted to tie the 2 in, and this table really it's filler, I'm gonna be honest. But I did place a fish bowl. It's not quite a fish tank, but we're close. And then this is the sauna. I really don't decorate this, to be totally honest. I placed 2 vents from Journey to Batu to make it look like it's, got ventilation and the speakers, and that's really it. This is just a zen place to sit, relax, and get your sweat on which sounds really gross. Please shower after you do that. And then we head into the locker room, which does have 2 showers. So, I mean, that's a fortuitous thing there. But it's got 2 lockers, 2 showers. I don't think this is where people would keep their stuff full time. I think this is really just where you'd probably undress so that you can use the sauna, and then you'd come back in here and put your stuff back on. Like, you wouldn't drop your stuff off and just like wander. Or at least that's what I'm thinking in my head. This, again, it's very minimally decorated, but I still think it's really pretty. I really like the simplicity of this place. Then we head over here. These are the massage rooms. Now, I decorate one of them and then just sort of like fast forward because they're all the same. So I show you the first one. This is the blue one. They're all the same. The only difference is I changed the color of the little decorative pieces to match the walls as best as I could. And I did that because I thought, you know, if you checked in, they'd assign you a room. You know, they'd be like, you're in the navy room, you're in the red room. Well, red room sounds dangerous, but you know, you get the idea. So that was my plan. They kind of look like, this looks like a wax parlor to me. I'm just saying. But this is pretty much the end of the build. There's going to be a cut at the end where I go in and change just a few minor details, and I wanted to show you all. So I will leave you here. As always, feel free to leave a like or a comment down below letting me know what you think. You can also subscribe if that's something that would spark joy for you. I will be posting the screenshots on Instagram if you want to hop over there and check those out. I will see you on Wednesday with my next video, and in the meantime, I hope you have a lovely day and a lovely rest of your weekend. Bye, guys. Drift off like feathers in the wind. Do you think about making up or what we could have been? I can hear your thoughts loud and clear. You don't have to say a thing, my dear. Pretend that I'm not here. All I seek is some honesty, a stray of light in my darkest fears. I know you know, I know you don't care about my love, care about my love. Look at me, I have thick skin. You don't care about my love, care about my love. Look at me, I have thick skin. Did you play your part, hand too hard? Yeah, did you let me in? Did I give you space enough to waste every bit of ice? I can hear your thoughts loud and clear. You don't have to say a thing, my dear. Pretend that I'm not here. All I seek is some honesty, a stray of light in my darkest fears. I know you know, I know, yeah. You don't care about my love, care about my love. Look at me, I have thick skin. You don't care about my love, care about my love. Look at me, I have thick skin. My love, oh my love, oh my love. My love, oh my love, oh my love. Look at me, I have thick skin, else I'm sure I would give in. Fall apart, let you go and break my heart. Look at me, I have thick skin, else I'm sure I would give in. I know you know, I know.